Yeah, I think due to the length of YouTube videos, how they have to be under 10 minutes, this will probably have to be another video. And I'll probably have to split that first one into 2 videos. It might end up being too long or something. Anyway, time to add a mouse look feature. So, here in the creation event, type in display set mouse, or no, wait, I typed that in wrong. Display mouse set, and this is I want the mouse to set in the middle of the screen. So we're gonna do display get width divided by 2 for the X value. It'll get the width of the screen, divide that by 2 to set it in the center. I'm going to do the same with the Y, only using height. Display get height divided by 2. So it'll set the mouse in the center. How this mouse look is going to work is you're going to move the mouse. It's going to calculate that distance from the center, move your vision accordingly, and then jump the mouse back to the center. That way you don't just keep moving around. So under the we do this under the step event. GameMaker works in steps. In your room, under the settings tab, you can set the width and height and the name of your room and everything. There is the speed, which is in steps per second. So you can set the steps to be really high or really low. It's just how fast GameMaker calculates everything. So under the step event, which means this is constantly happening throughout the program with every step that your object is there, this will be happening. So we type in direction plus equals to make it relative to how far the mouse is. Then we type in display get width divided by 2, because that's the original X value. That's what we set the mouse to be at the center. And then minus display mouse get X. So we're getting the X value of the mouse. And then the Z direction is going to be the same thing, only with the height and the Y value of the mouse. Alrighty, there we go. And oh yeah, so we need to once it calculates what to add to direction and Z direction, we need to reset the mouse. So we type in display mouse set, pretty much everything you did in the creation event. You can just copy and paste that. I'm just going to type it out. Alrighty, and this little button right here with the zeros and ones is for checking your code and make sure it's working and make sure you don't have any errors in it. Alrighty, I can look around, and as you can see, my mouse keeps jumping to the center. I can't really move anywhere with the mouse. Also, another thing is if you look too far up, you start looking the other way. So we want to limit the Z direction under the step to keep the Z direction from going too high. You say if Z direction is greater than, once it gets to 90 degrees and past 90 degrees, that's when it goes the opposite way. So I want to be under 90, let's just say 70 degrees. Then Z direction equals 70. So it'll hit 70, but it won't go over because it'll jump back to 70. Same thing with the opposite direction. We'll do negative 70. If Z direction is less than negative 70, then Z direction equals negative 70. Alrighty, and then also, let's say you think the mouse moves your view around too fast. You can divide this whole section up here by whatever, or multiply it by whatever if it's going too slow. I usually just like to divide it by 2. To get it going at a good speed. There we go. Now I can't move any higher than this. It won't go any higher. And again, with going lower, this is only so far I can go down low. Alrighty. Now for WASD controls, I'm going to put that in a new block of code just to make it simpler so we don't get confused between the two.